What's up everybody, Ryan here. I got a pile of parts over here. Blower wheel, direct drive blower motor. Someone wrote up a bad direct drive ECM motor in this York rooftop unit, so I'm gonna make a quick video today. We're gonna pop the lid up, we're gonna pull this blower. We're gonna use the puller and pull the wheel off and hopefully replace this motor in record time. I'm gonna go ahead and get the panels off of this unit, get the screws off. We're just gonna kind of lift the lid up, prop it up with my bucket so we can pull this blower. All right guys, panels are off. Lid is propped up. It's pretty windy up here, so the first tip I'm going to give you if you're working up on a roof and it's very windy is to lay your panels down. There's a lot of guys lean them up against the unit. Next thing you know, the wind blows, you got things hitting the ground, the customer's wondering what all the noise is about. So that's a tip from your Uncle Ryan. Lay the panels down on the ground and you won't have a problem with them falling over and possibly making a hole in the roof or anything like that. So this is our bad blower motor here. I'm gonna go ahead and, holy shit, I might have to pull this lid completely off. In fact, I think I'm gonna do that. The wind, well, if I can get this out quick enough, I can put the lid back down, but I think we'll leave it just the way it is. First thing I'm gonna do is note all the wiring. I'm gonna take a picture of that way I know exactly how to hook it up and there's no thinking about it when I'm done. And then we've got screws here and on the bottom, and then some 3/8 screws inside here. All that has to come out. Then this blower is going to pull right out. We'll set it down here on the roof and pull the wheel off, change the motor, get everything put back together and shove her back in. Guys, I got my wires pulled off, tucked over to the side here. We're going to go ahead and lay down on a roof. Remove these two screws here. All right, oh yeah. Pop these two out here. And you gotta switch your bit size. You got 3/8 screws right there. So let me change my bit, I'll be right back. 3/8, 1, 2, and then the last one right through these wires, and 3. As you can see, our blower kind of fell down, so let me place this camera up somewhere and we'll maneuver this thing right on out of here. All right, got her out. So what I'm gonna do now is just take a quick peek at this heat exchanger, because I very rarely get to inspect them from this end. You don't normally pull a blower out. You can see some wear on this heat exchanger from this end, but everything looks good. No holes, no cracks. We're good to go there. So now that it's out, I'm gonna go ahead and pull my bucket and just let this lid be down. That way we don't have any accidents, anything like that. So that's how you, even a belt drive motor, the only difference is you gotta pull the motor off the side before you can remove the housing, but these come out pretty easy. Just gonna pull all my screws right up to the front. I'm gonna recover my 3/8 screws. That way I'm not looking for them later. A couple of them fell back down here. There's one. And then there's 2. Come on. There it is. And then I believe my 3rd one landed out here on the roof somewhere. Oh, there it is. All right, so all my screws are together right here, ready for this unit to get put back in. That's that. First things first, we got to get the shaft cleaned up and get it off of the blower. We got to get the blower wheel off of the rusted up shaft. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab my wire wheel, and we're going to go ahead and put that on my drill and clean this shaft up real good. All right, shaft is cleaned up pretty good, 5/16 wrench. Go ahead and loosen it up. There we go. Looks like we've got a little bit of wiggle on it. I'm gonna get the puller, and we'll stick the puller on it and get that right off of there. In order for the puller to work, we're gonna have to loosen up the bracket. That's going to allow movement from the blower wheel and the shaft and motor to move, because if not, we're not gonna have enough room. It's gonna get jammed up inside the housing. So let me get my puller out, we'll get it attached, and pull this blower wheel right off of that shaft. All right, guys, I've got these old bags that I picked up at a flea market or something, but it's an old rigid bag. I've just made a little kit here. It has my pulley puller, my Supco fan blade puller. So this is the one we're going to be using today. I always recommend that if you're pulling something, clean it up with a wire wheel or some sand cloth, and then hit it with some WD-40. This one's about empty, but I got a sufficient amount of WD-40 on there, so we should be all lubed up. I'm missing a couple of bolts. I think they're down in there somewhere, but you have to lock onto that hub with the bolts here and center it, and then you drive this threaded, I don't even know the technical term, but thread that down. It's gonna pull it right off. So let me get everything put in here and we'll go from there. So this is how we're gonna start out. We're gonna back out this push rod, and I've got all my bolts taken out. That way I can center it over the hub, and you can evenly lock down on it, because you want that hub right in the center of this puller. That way the pusher there, business end of this puller, is gonna shove that shaft right out of there. So I'm gonna back this out, we're gonna set it in place and lock it down. All right, so I got the puller on the hub. I started with them all backed all the way out, did even turns in. That way it connected right in the middle of the hub. It should be lined up. So basically now all I'm gonna do is thread this in. It's gonna connect with the end of that shaft and just pull it's gonna actually push the shaft out of the blower wheel, because the blower wheel doesn't have much room to move here. So I'm gonna start winding it in, and it should push that shaft right out, pull the hub off, and disconnect everything. Then we can get the new blower wheel put in, get the motor put in. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with this wheel. They sent a new one, so I'm just gonna throw it in. It is. Worked pretty easy. No struggling with trying to hold the blower wheel and maneuver the shaft out or twist it with the wrench. Lube it up good with the WD-40. Oh yeah, this motor, I can hardly spin the shaft. Definitely shot. New guy here, can move that one around. This one she's all tight. They did send feet. All right, we'll just put the new bracket on. Oh, I don't even have to think about where the bracket goes. There's a stop on it. That makes it nice. Look at that, man. Today, did I mention today's Friday? Look at that. That's genius right there. There's a stop. There's no question about where the bracket goes. Even though I made my mark, we're still gonna be right on the money. That's a beautiful thing. Oh, there, get the bolt in there. Yeah, they even sent the whole shebang. All right, so we got the mounting bracket in place. The feet apparently just sandwiched like this with a washer on the other side. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna open up this housing. We're gonna pull the wheel out. I'm gonna get my puller off of here and we'll get them a nice new clean blower wheel in there. All right, just like that. This thing's great. If you guys don't have one of these, get you one. Supco FBP 100 fan blade puller. They're awesome. I've had this a while, and then I also have this guy for pulleys. I got everything stuck in this little rigid bag. That way, if I have to have somebody go down to my van and grab the bag, they can recognize it. It's the orange rigid bag. I keep a little bit of WD-40 in there. No matter how dirty my van gets, all my fan blade and puller stuff is all together, ready to go. The way to get this blower wheel out is to remove these 4 1/4-inch screws on each side, and I should be able to pull the blower wheel right out. All right, so one side is out. Flip this bad boy over. Lose my gasket here. That's all right, we'll re-stick that. All right, so that's how the blower wheel comes out. Oh boy, looks like the clouds are coming in. The wind is picking up. So we're gonna remount our motor now and get the blower wheel centered on the shaft, centered in the housing, that is. And then we'll be in good shape. Yes, we will. So we've got it mounted, we've got all the feet in place, everything's tightened down. All we have to do now is center the wheel and make sure it's in the middle of the housing. So I sent 2 bolts. I'm going to take one out because it's going to just unthread and fly off. All right, we're going to line up the flat side of our shaft with our bolt here. And I'm not going to tighten it down, but I'm going to get it so it stays in place, but we can still slide it. So right about there should be good. And it's not going to... Now what I do is I get up on top of the housing, I feel with both fingers. And I feel, and I just space it evenly between the 2 sides. And right about there, it's touching. I got about that much space on each side. We're in good shape. Hold the wheel with one hand, crank it down. All right, we're good to go. And then I always turn them up give it a spin, make sure I've got airflow coming out. We're good to go on this one. I even saved the gasket, so we're in good shape. Now all that's left is to lift the lid back up, get this thing put back in. And you just want to catch this front lip, get it right in there, and then kind of hold it in place. I should have loaded up my drill with the screw. All right, we've got that front lip inside there. I'm just gonna, come on. All right, now it ain't going anywhere. Get all your screws back in place. I generally get these 4 screws put in place first, and then get the 3/8 screws put back in place afterwards. That way it's not falling and going anywhere. All right. Now you can see it's got a little bit of a lean there. So we'll get all these holes lined up with my scratch awl. We'll get these 3/8 screws put back in. We'll get it wired back up. We'll run it, make sure the blower works. Uh-oh. There it is. Scratch awl. One of my favorite tools. Use it almost daily. All right, the easiest way I've found to do this is kind of hold the blower housing, get your scratch awl through, find the first hole. All right, so I'm in. Now I've got my scratch awl through that top hole, and that'll give me some play and some adjustment to it. And then I can get the 2 bottom ones in, and then of course the 3rd one will be lined up. So this one should be good. Let me see if I can. All right, see, made it a lot easier. Scratch awl, one of my favorite tools, especially when you're doing blowers and heat exchangers and things, and you need stuff to line up. It's a invaluable tool. If any of you new guys don't have a scratch awl, go get one. Turn it in on your tool reimbursement form. Look at that, beautiful. Scratch awl, baby. All right, so our housing is back in place. The motor's been replaced, the blower wheel's been replaced, the bracket's been replaced. Everything that was written up has been replaced. Tight, looks good. Gasket's still good. I like it. So I'm gonna go back to my phone now and see exactly where these wires went, because I can't remember. And of course, that's the beautiful thing about having phones with cameras on them these days. You can take a picture and you're not searching for a wiring diagram just to remember how to wire this thing up. So let me consult my my phone, and we'll go from there. All right, that looks like that. So we're good. Awesome. Well, let's see if this thing fires up. I've got G jumped. And there it goes. Awesome. All right, guys. Nothing's vibrating, nothing's shaking. I'm gonna get this lid put down. And we'll cycle this sucker in heat. Make sure it's good. Filters are getting dirty. All right, let me get this lid put back in place. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this one. If you liked the video, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon. That'll notify you anytime I got a new video coming out. Leave me a comment, hit like. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next one.